What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima,
This is not
not
another
another
damn
damn
podcast.
podcast.
Presented by our
I
damn
hope
self.
so.
Episode 413,
With
413. Hope Street, baby. Did I imagine that, or was it a show actually called
no,
that?
it happened. It was a Damon Wayne show.
Okay, yeah. What was it about? Like, was it like a cop
They
show
were
or
like a
something?
health clinic. I want to
Yeah,
say that was
I wasn't even close. I said a cop show.
no, they were like that was the address of the health clinic, 413 Hope Street. And
Okay.
of course they had like a bunch of it's a free health clinic, I want to say. So of
All the
course you have
shenanigans that go
a
on.
lot of shenanigans. I remember one episode, a girl, she had a baby, but then then when she came back, they found that she had put the baby in the garbage,
Hmm.
and 'cause she was a young,
Her
you
name
know,
Brent. What's her name? Brenda.
basically Brenda's got a baby. That's basically what it was, yeah. Because she
Put
was
the
a
babies
young.
in the trash. She balling. Mama can't help her put together balling.
Mhm.
Brenda dropped the baby
I
in the
want to
trash.
say maybe they did like they weren't on that long, maybe four
That's why I had to ask.
episodes.
Like, did that happen and shit? Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Or did I just imagine that shit? I was legit asking that. Yeah.
Because it was after, obviously, when A Living Color, when the Waynes were off of In
Way,
Living Color,
way after that.
and Damon was trying to go another route. He was trying to go like the drama route, showing like, hey,
Because
I
his
can do it
brothers
because of
did the
comedy.
sitcom route. Yeah, Sean and Marlon did the Wayans brothers, and
Mhm.
Damon was probably trying to try something different during that time. I'm
Yeah,
guessing. It
yeah.
probably was around that same time because it was before My Wife and Kids, but after In Living Color. So it was
Hmm.
around the same time the Wayans brothers was on.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to guess, like if as if it happened, because I'm still not positive. I'm taking
It
your word
happened
for it.
because
I'm
I
taking
watched
your
it. It
word
was
for it.
it was on Fox. I watched it.
Oh yeah, you sure that it was Damon Wayans, not Damon Williams, right? You sure about that, right? Are you sure? Because Damon Williams did appear on an episode of the Wayans brothers. Yeah. Let's get into it. Yeah. Shout
Well,
out to
they're both bald and black, so there's that.
and comedians.
We
Yeah.
all look alike.
Did it is. Let's start it, man. Yeah. Let's get into it. Yes. Breakfast Club, which I'm a part of. Every Monday through Friday,
Yes.
I'm part of the Power 106 Rockford airing of that. I'm the local cut-in guy when they throw a hey, let's hear from the Oz man from Rockford,
Yeah.
even though I'm from Chicago, but it still works though. They throw it to me, which once again, like Damon was once like that on Tom Joyner. It's all ties together. So you
Hmm.
throw it to like the local guy, yeah. But
Yeah.
just hilarious. Like she was talking about some comedy club that she was dealing. I think it was Detroit or some shit.
Hmm.
And something about Damon Wayans she thought was gonna be there, but it said Damon Williams, and then she said, I didn't even know who Damon was. I'm paraphrasing, but something like that. She basically said she didn't know who Damon Williams was. And so the homie Damon, yeah, a Chicago legend, by the way, like he took the clip and just aired like it's just a simple post. He's like, I caught a stray from Just Hilarious. It's like he probably found the shit funny. I don't think that he was
Yeah,
really
because I'm a
that.
comedian,
I
Damon,
don't
like I
think
said,
Damon was offended by the shit. He probably just found it
like we
humorous. Like,
both know Damon. Like you know
that's
him
the
personally.
last thing he was
Yeah.
expecting. Like he's like, I caught a stray from Just Hilarious on Breakfast
Yeah,
Club.
we know Damon. So
I've
yeah.
known Damon a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've known Damon for a long time. And then I got connected when Marcus was like doing the filming. So that's how I got to get connected. Because
I
Damon
really
was on a
got to
project that
know
he was
him
working
through
on.
radio, but I first met him when I was attempting a stand-up comedy career myself. I did an open mic. All jokes aside, like yeah, I really shouldn't have been in there. I was underage, lied about my age.
Well, we're not gonna tell anybody, the truth.
I signed up for the
90s,
open
no one
mic.
cared. You can lie about your age in the 90s. No one cared.
Signed up. Yeah, I'm sure the statute of limits and the place ain't even there no more. It's like all jokes aside, it's a long time ago. So it's not like anybody's gonna get
We're
in
showing our
trouble.
age now.
Yeah. Anyway, I signed up for the open mic because it's like, yeah, Def Comedy Jam was on there, Comic View. So like I decided that
Hmm.
I'm gonna be a comedian. It's like yeah. I've always known my whole life I was gonna work in entertainment.
And entertainment,
Like
right?
from a very young age. It's like I was like probably Khalil's age or younger. Like I knew I was going to work in entertainment from a very early age. It's like
Hmm.
I was that kid. It's like yeah. So I did music. I was in choir for a year for some reason, even though I'm not a great singer, but I was all right. It's like yeah, like just different shit I was trying out. Yeah, I even had my own jazz band, a jazz quintet as a teenager. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
We did some gigs around town. And so by yeah, the mid '90s, yeah, I was already started DJing then by then too. Like I was already like playing
Hmm.
around and DJing with records, vinyl. By the way, yeah. And then I decided, because like I liked Kid Capri on Def Comedy Jam. That's who I wanted to be like the DJ. But I was like, what about on the other side? What if I was Barton? Yeah, what about being on the what about Bernie being on stage? It's like, yeah, what about that? Yeah. So and I'm sometimes funny, yeah. I guess I don't know, maybe a little hint of funny. And so the first guy that I met that told me I went to a comedy show at the Regal. It was I'm really dating myself. Adele Givens and Joe Torre, I think, were like
Hmm.
they were like the two comics on the show.
Nice. Some more Chicago folks, more
Yeah,
Chicago legends. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so the host, another Chicago legend who was hosting that night was Tony Schofield. First time I ever
Oh,
met Tony.
okay. Yeah, you getting the Holy Trinity right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I
Good
went up to
timing.
him like, yeah, the host, yeah, it's just like, I like how I get into comedy. I might want to do this. And he said, oh, we need to go like open mic and all jokes aside. So like Tony was giving me the game. It's like this
Mhm.
is like way like the '90s, like way back. It's like I said, Def Jam was still on the air. That's how long ago it was.
Hmm.
And so I went down to all jokes aside. I took his advice. Yeah, a young kid in his teens, like who really shouldn't have been in a comedy club, but they didn't ID me. I said, hey, I want to open mic. Here's a list you sign up for. My dumb ass, like the first one on the list, is like, yeah, because I was just thirsty. I was like the doors open at what 9. I was probably there at like 8:50 or whatever, something like that, something like that. Instead of just like waiting and seeing how it goes, it's like yeah, like okay,
Hmm.
like because I've never been part of an open mic, so I didn't know nothing about none of this. So I signed up, and then during the Damon Williams, he comes out, yeah, as the host of the night, Damon Williams. I don't remember who the DJ was, ironically. Like I don't remember, yeah. Let's just lie and say it was the Bulu Master or something like that.
I'll
Or
say Brian
Steve
Fury's Frazier.
Steve, I would have remembered that. Yeah, that was the
I was
Steve
gonna say Brian.
Steve Miggity Maestro. I'm just making up shit. It's like one of those '90s cats. Like
Say Buddha.
probably, I'm gonna go with Steve Maestro. Let's say it was him. The DJ, yeah, named Damon Williams. They introduced Damon Williams. He comes out, yeah, and I had known Damon Williams already. I had never met him, but I knew who he was. So even then, he was already known. Jess
Yeah,
hilarious. He was already known
in
then.
the early
Jess.
90s, but
This was the
okay.
'90s, so I'd seen him on Comic View, so I knew. I saw, oh, damn,
Right.
yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I've seen him, yeah. Yeah, I know this dude. I know this dude. Yeah, I knew who he was even then. I think he was on the radio too on 106 Jams when Doug Banks was doing 106 Jams. On
Hmm.
Damon was like how and Rocker the local cut-in guy. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, throw it to Damon in Chicago. Yeah, because Doug was doing this nationally syndicated show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had known who Damon was basically. Yeah. So he was like, do the little warm up to the crowd, and he's like, I was our first comedian. He said, Oz, like I just put Oz as one name. I didn't put, I didn't put this. And I was like, a deer in headlights. I didn't know I was gonna be first, but yeah, your dumbass got there early, so of course you're gonna be first. You should have let like 10 people sign up in front of you or something so you can see how it goes. It's like, yeah, just slide in the middle and shit. Yeah. So I had to set the bar for this crowd. So like a dude who'd never been on stage before doing comedy, yeah, has to be the one to like break the ice and shit. With a hostile crowd, it's like Chicago. It's like the Apollo, but like except the Sandman didn't kick me off and shit. But it's a similar type of crowd. Like
Chicago is brutal. Like we will let you know if you we'll say with your goofy ass. So we'll say that in a minute, you know.
yeah, think Showtime at the Apollo, but without the Sandman. It was like that. It's like that. So I did my 5 minutes. I'm proud of myself for that. Looking back, I got through. Like
Yeah, you got through your five
I
minutes.
got through this shit. Yeah, like,
Hmm.
but I might have some awkward pauses, a couple of chuckles, but I got through the
You
shit though.
got through it.
And they shined that light in my face, like how they say, and I didn't know what that was. So then the light came on, and the music came. DJ started playing the music, and so then I asked Dame, I was like, oh, "What?" He said, "Oh, light shine. It's time to go." So yeah, so then I went back to my seat, and then he roasted me like, "Yeah, well, click your heels 3 times and go back to the land of Oz." Some shit to disappear. Click your heels 3 times and disappear, something like that. It's like, yeah, so he took a little shot. So
Got
that was my
roasted by
first
Damian
interaction with
Chicago.
Damon Williams in the
You got
early,
roasted.
in like the mid 90s, like way back. Then I hung out for like another like probably half hour, watched some of the other comics, and then just quietly got the fuck out of there. So I didn't leave right away. I did hang out.
Right.
And he did address me a couple more times. Yeah, what's up? I said, he's like throughout. Yeah. I said, okay, this is gonna be a thing. I don't want to. So I just left them. Then one of the other comics did come and like try to give me encouragement. I wish I remembered who that was and shit.
Hmm.
I don't know, like let's just say it was who's Chicago from that era. It wasn't Leon. I don't remember that. I don't remember Leon. But it was another like young dude, like an open mic guy that was like, he
Hmm.
said, "Hey, just stick with it. Don't give up." Is like
Yeah.
he gave me some words of encouragement. Like must have not stuck because I never went back on that stage again. But one of
Well,
the guys,
DJing was more your thing. So I mean, you
when
poured
he
into
saw
your
me leave out,
DJing.
he did follow me out and they say, "Hey, just don't give up and just stick with it."
Hmm.
Oh yeah, it's like just practice makes perfect.
And it takes guts to get on that stage.
Yeah, it
The
was.
thing about like these open mics, it's like that's the scariest thing because it's like you got 50 people, you can see all their eyes staring at you, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's like
They're like
it's a
this, like
comedy
looking at
club,
you.
so it's even worse because it's intimate, it's small,
Right, it's
they
like 50
close to you and
people.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all jokes aside, probably said had maybe 100 folks in there. Like yeah,
Yeah, you know what I
so it's
mean?
like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like and they right there, like the
Right
stage is
there looking
right there. They
at
can
you.
reach out and touch you. Damn near. It's like yeah,
You can
it's
see
not.
everybody's eyes.
Yeah, so it
You
was
can
right.
hear, you can hear, you can hear someone
And
cough.
comedy clubs got the 2 drink minimum, so people are kind of tipsy too. It's like so it
Yeah.
makes it even worse. It's like so all comedy clubs you gonna buy them drinks. You
You can
might
hear the
like that's how comedy clubs do it like that. They usually have a lower admission. Like even now, like like they might like $25 to get in. It's
yeah.
like yeah, but you gonna get them 2 drinks though.
Because you
Like
got the drinks, yeah.
all of them had a 2 drink minimum. So even now, like comedy tickets are not that much even in like today's. But probably then it's probably like $10 for like some tickets. So like all jokes aside, but 2 drinks minimum. Yeah, you gonna get these drinks
You
though.
gonna get
Yeah,
your
we gonna
money.
make our money. Damn
Hmm.
it. We might not charge a lot to get in, but y'all buying these drinks though. Yeah. So that was my experience. All jokes aside, I was just I just thought about a young comedian from that era. Let's just lie. The one who chased me out the door. Let's say it was Lil Rel or somebody like that.
Ah.
Let's just say it was him. It's like I was
Could have
telling me, hey,
been.
don't give up. It's like there was a young guy around my age. I know that much. So yeah, it could have been real. It's like,
But that seems on brand for him because Rail is like a good guy.
he's a
Rail's
nice.
like
It could have been
Rail
him that told
legitimately
me
is a
that.
good
Hey,
guy. He is.
dog is. I
He's a
know.
good
Yeah,
guy.
I know it was rough up there, but just don't give up. I'm
That
gonna
sounds
say.
like something he would
I'm gonna say
say.
it was real. If it was, I'm gonna
So
say
now,
it was
so now Rail tap in and see like if they even
because
that
I don't
was
use.
me. Now we
Because
signed those movies that be on Facebook. Be like, it's you. It was you.
But yeah, it was rough. But but getting back to the original reason why I told that story about Damon
Yeah,
Williams, it's the outpour of love starting with Chicago. Now it's expanded pretty much worldwide. Like the people that
yeah,
are coming out. Like the first one I saw jump on was a name I mentioned a few minutes ago, Leon Rogers.
yeah. I saw Leon.
He's the
Hmm.
very first one that hey, just like I'm damning somebody like he ain't nobody, but like damn, he posted the first video I saw,
Hmm.
and then I saw other like Marlon Mitchell. Marlon Mitchell took it. He was a little harsher, and like some responses were harsher than others. It's like a lady Red jumped in, like she was like I saw she had some words for Jess. It's like hey, some were
Yeah, it's a
harsher than
little
others.
spicy.
Yeah. some were harsher than others. It's like like
I
you
like
got
Guy Tori's. Guy Tori's was really good.
oh yeah, we guys branching out. Cedric the Entertainer had one that
Mhm.
I saw Rel, who I just met, he had one. Um
Mhm.
like I said, Guy Tori, you said you saw his.
The way he broke his down, he was like, it's not like Damon Williams was on a nationally syndicated morning show. It's not like he
Yeah, that's
had a comedy show that he does in Martha's Vineyard every year. It's because he was just naming like all his accolades like down the list. And then I hopped in the comment and I was like, you didn't even touch his New Year's Eve show at the Star Plaza he did for many years. And
yeah,
then he gave me a like when I wrote that. I was
yeah.
like, yeah, because that was when we went to. We were
Yeah.
gonna go to his show at the
I
Star
was
Plaza.
it become an annual thing with me. I was there when he proposed to his now wife, Juanita.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they had the ceremony, I was there for that night. It's like, so
Oh.
yeah, I was at the homie's wedding. And
Mhm.
shout out Dollar Bill, DJing reception and all of that. I was all of that. I was yeah,
I was at the
shout out.
comedy show that he did at the Vineyard last year because I
Yeah.
got to see. I was like, okay, that's where he's at because he explained like, yeah, this is where I've been like over 10 years. That's what he does. He goes to Martha's Vineyard for the summer, and I was like, oh, okay, this is where Damon is. So it was cool. We got to see him after the show, one of the shows, and then he was like, he was like talking to me and Marcus, and he's like, yeah, y'all made it. Yeah, we made it.
I
Yeah,
did a movie with Damon Williams. So we were in the
yeah,
same in Heaven on Seven. Yeah. It
and
was
hate
very
love.
and Hate Love. I forgot. Yeah, like
Mhm.
we did scenes together in Heaven on Seven. That's what I mean. So we it's a famous scene. We smoking weed in the alley. Here's the scene. It's like yeah, one of these guys does not belong. It's like okay, you got Damon Williams, you got Leon Rogers, you got Wildcat, and you got myself. It's like one of these kids is not like the others. Figure out which one. That's the scene, just smoking, like passing the blunt back and forth, which is that's real weed in the scene, which makes it even more hilarious. Shout out Mike Samp. Shout out Samp. Like rolled up the because he rolled because no Samp. He's a serious smoker. So he rolled. He said, "Nah, fuck that. We using the real thing." It's like gonna use like use like movie weed. The fake weed. But he's like,
Yeah,
nah. He rolled the real
really
shit.
real stuff.
All of a sudden, like everybody like on set, like yeah, trying to hang around now, like and like the grip. Hey,
Like, you're
yeah.
not even
All
in
of a
this
sudden,
scene. What are you doing?
extras trying to hang around. Is everybody all of a sudden like trying to hang around the scene? It's like because they want to hit that. I was like, you don't fuck the scene up because continuity. It can't be like this on there when they cut. It's like the blunt is this long. It's like because everybody didn't hit like 10 other people didn't hit it except like the ones in the scene. Hey, like the blunt. It's like okay, y'all fucking the scene up. It's like
That's what you were in there with him, yeah, with that scene.
shout out B Cole. That was his movie.
Yeah, be cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Damon was the leading man, and I played a character called Cameo. The character was character gets lit on fire at one point. Like Damon helps put my fire out too. It's like it's pretty ridiculous.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
this is why my acting career went a little bit better than my comedy career though. Yeah, that was when I was pursuing acting during that time. Yeah,
Yeah.
did a couple of movies with it's famously that one Heaven on Seven,
Hmm.
which was once a Tubi classic. I don't know if it's still on Tubi. It was on Tubi at one point, yeah. Because
Hmm.
I've become a Tubi legend. You can find it's about four different movies that I was in on Tubi.
On 2B.
So Oz was becoming a Tubi legend. Like Heaven on Seven was one of those Tubi movies that I was.
I did like the support that Damon got though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I like that Damon is taking it all in stride. It's like it's like everybody else is going hard. He's like, hey, just like let's just is oh she said what she said is and she did address it to that it got so bad. It's like, I'm pretty sure her DM like
Yeah.
and Jess pays attention to all that shit. If we saw like a few weeks back with she had her issues with her team with
Oh
Lauren
yeah.
LaRosa and Charlemagne and Envy and them. So
Oh
we saw
yeah.
so she does. So she read all of that shit. It's like she's
Mhm.
so she the very next day after like when Damon made his post like I caught her straight from Jess hilarious like and the irony of that is they did meet. He posted a pic of them
Yeah, on New Year's.
at New
Yeah.
Year's this past New Year's like yeah they were at I want to say D Ray show
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think D. Ray did a show and like she was on it and he was on it. Yeah, they were, and they
Hmm.
met backstage and like even there he gave her props. He's like, "Hey, I'll let you think you funny." And, like he was like showing her love, but
Hmm.
she probably she might have been high. I don't know. Like just smokes and shit, so maybe she just didn't remember. I don't know. She could.
Blame it on the goose. Got you
Maybe yeah.
loose.
Yeah. I'm trying to give a little bit of grace. It's like maybe she was high. I don't know. And she just forgot the interaction. But she did the very next at the top of the show. Like they did the intro to sign on, and then she saw, "Oh yeah, let's talk about this Damon Williams stuff." Like, I was like, "Oh, you getting right to the shit?" Like 5:01 in the morning, like right after the show signed on, they told she went right into it. So she was explaining that, yeah, like I saw you, we met New Year's. I meet so many people, I just forgot, which does have because I've met people that I forgot before, so that happens. But Damon is the man. It's like, yeah, you
Put you
don't,
guys on the show together, like you guys, like, when you look at the plugger, you can see both of their pictures on the plugger. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like he was on the
And
plugger
then
with
Matt
them.
back is a picture he posted it in backstage meeting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
I
that
think it was
happened. Yeah.
I think it was a joke that went sideways. I think that's what it was. Because comedians,
Yeah,
they
she
do like to
tried to
make jokes.
make a joke in there and it backfired. That's all
Yeah,
that
and it
was.
went sideways.
And
And
then
then one thing I
now it's
say,
become a thing. It's taking on a life of its own
and
now.
one thing I say about us, Chicago, we have our issues in Chicago, but one thing about us, like we gonna stand with each other. Chicago will stick with Chicago.
Yeah, it's taking on a
Mhm.
life of its own. It's a
We gonna come at you.
as the
We
one
gonna come
guy
at
said,
you.
it's above him now with
It's
Davis.
above him now.
It's above him now. Yeah. At this point, it's like it's the story has become bigger than him at this point. It's like I'm gonna see who else came out for Dame. Darius Bradford. Okay, I'm just going through his timeline now. Malik Youssef, shout out to homie. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
Good one.
Um, who else? Was the hashtag I know Damon Williams. Like it's like when he really should like release some kind of documentary or like even do a special with that. Yeah. I know
Yeah,
Damon
Netflix. Come on,
Williams. But
Netflix.
I know
Tap in,
Damon Williams. He
Netflix.
really should do that shit. Yeah.
Tap in, Netflix. Come on now. Because Damon is one of those.
Ricky Smiley jumped in. So like I
Mhm.
said, big names like Ricky, like you know
Because he
Damon
is
Williams.
one of those.
Yeah.
He's one of those people that they was like he basically showed the rope to so many Chicago people, Chicago comedians. Like your analogy, you always say like he took his candle and he lit other people's candles. Like he did that for Chicago comics.
Facts. Yeah.
So like
Is
several
somebody
people.
posted a clip from one of Damon's Tubi movies, so which would have been to Heaven on Seven. That'd have been hilarious. The weed scene.
I like when he was on Judge Mathis episode. I found episode in my Judge Mathis.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, well, I mentioned the Wayans brothers. He was on that because once again, John Witherspoon like he showed him some love
Yeah.
because they was it's when like Sean and
They did a
Marley were
Jerry
on the
Springer
Jerry
episode.
Springer
Yeah,
show.
they
Yeah.
did a Jerry Springer.
And they actually filmed it here in Chicago. Springer was filmed here in
Yeah,
Chicago. Yeah.
Springer was here in Chicago at the
NBC
time.
downtown. It's like,
Hmm.
and so Spoon called Damon and said, "Hey, we in your city. You need to be here." He told him to come down to the set. It was like we can't do this like and not bring Chicago
At
cast.
least Chicago
We can't come in
authenticity.
your city and leave you
Right.
out, basically. So yeah, get your ass down here. So Damon's in this. He's very he's sitting right in front of Pops, and you see him like laugh. I remember he posted it like worst extra ever because Damon was obviously like
He was
that.
laughing. I wonder how much of that was scripted because it seemed like a lot of stuff that they were doing wasn't scripted. Like some
Yeah,
of like
some
the
of those laughs are
reactions,
probably real.
some of the reactions didn't seem scripted. Especially like when Marlon and Sean were like fighting. It's like they probably really fought like that when they were kids. Like it didn't seem it didn't seem like that was in the script. Then the girl called D. Marsha Warfield. She called her
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Marsha Warfield. Oh, that was hilarious.
Oh, he
But
was
yeah,
on with Sherry Shepherd's he sat down with Sherry Shepherd. So he was Sherry Shepherd and he sat down with her
yeah,
talk.
because Sherry's a Chicago girl too. She's from the Shy, so
Yeah.
say, we going. I wonder if he's going to do J Hud show. Like because J Hud Chicago too. Like yeah, go to Tamron. Okay, go to all the Chicago girls.
But yeah, that
Chicago,
shit took on a life of his own, that thing.
Chicago girls are out there.
Yeah, that took on a life of his own, that shit. But craziness, yeah. Had to address that right at the top. I was like, got to go right into the
And it
damn
was just so natural because we were talking about the 413 Hope Street. And yeah,
Damon
just
Wayans. As soon as you said Damon Wayans, I said, all right, I know where I'm going. It's like, as soon as you said it, I was like, I know it is. I know exactly where I'm going. That's like, on that Damon Williams. Because I knew I was going
yeah.
to talk about that, but I said, let's just go right into it. So it's like we talk. You mentioned Damon Wayans. Fuck it, let me going right into it. It's like, I was like, and they both legends. It's like, yeah, like Damon Wayans is a legend, but so is
Yeah, of
Damon Williams.
course. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. They both tremendous at what they do. It's like, yeah,
Hmm. Go create their own lanes and,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Like we always say, it's enough for all of us to eat.
Facts.
Everybody can eat at this table. We all eat. And it gotta be that where, oh, it's just me and we can't. Like, no, we don't have to do that.
Like I said, I don't mind lighting candles. That's what I do. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like I didn't. I'm not gonna brag about my track record, but yeah, I've helped a lot. A lot of your favorites, like I was instrumental at one point in their careers. A lot of your favorite personalities. I'm not gonna name drop or nothing, but
Hmm.
it's I did my thing. Yeah, I like finding the next generation of talent. That's what I do.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Mm.
You shouldn't just hoard all the like, no, I'm gonna keep all my secrets. No, I'm not, I'm hoarding everything. No, you shouldn't do that.
Share the knowledge. Yeah. Well, we talked about that. Let's get to the fucking silly shit now. Or dun 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 dun. Oh, you. Let's get to it. You know I'm talking about Cassie Ventura, in case you don't know and
I'm
shit.
dancing to it.
Yeah. She's been
Yeah.
the
So if you
prosecution star witness in the Diddy
been
sex
under a
trafficking.
rock here
She's been the
these
star.
last
Yeah.
week,
Yeah, because
he just got for like 4 days.
they had the opening statements I think Monday they did the opening
Because
statement.
I was shocked. I was like, they put her on the stand first?
They came out the gate with her. They star witness, yeah. Because opening statement first they picked the jury on the 5th. I think that's when the trial officially kicked. They finally picked their
Mhm.
12 jurors and their alternates. So they picked their jury, like, they gotta whittle down that jury pool
Right.
down to like it's like with the NFL or like NBA preseason where like you got to get it down to like a 53 man roster or a 12-man
The 12
roster
man
like that.
roster, yeah.
You got to whittle that down. It's like yeah, so that's what it was. It's like so they got their 12 jurors and their alternates like by the 5th, I want to say is when it kicked
Hmm.
up. Then you had opening statements, then prosecution. Like, let's call our first witness, Cassie Ventura. Like, come on down. Price is right. That shit is like, yeah,
I was shocked to see that she went first, but from what I'm seeing, they were saying because she's very pregnant right now with her third child.
yeah.
And she looks to me like, well, those caricatures are horrible. I don't know who the caricature artist is.
They
It's
should
just
have done like
horrible.
the Michael Jackson trial from like 20 years ago. Had the e reenactments and shit. Yeah. Remember those? Those were all kinds of epic
Well, all due
shit.
respect, I don't want to see Flex up there.
They should have actually had they should have the dude kind of had a like he kind of looked like that
Flex,
they should have just had Rico up there if they're gonna do it.
Flex
It's,
the flat out.
they
Yeah,
should
get Rico. At least Rico's a good Michael
They should have
Jackson.
had Rico on the
Yeah,
reenactments and shit, yeah. But like these reenactments, they should have just did. They had a P Diddy dude, then like the cast had a chick, and they would read like the transcript verbatim. Like, yeah,
yeah.
because like you can't have cameras in the
Yeah,
courtroom.
no cameras in the courtroom, but they
So
can
he
reenact it.
enacted it is like, which is it sounds as ridiculous. It's as ridiculous as it sounds if you weren't there. Like picture the Michael Jackson, the 2005 trial. Hey man, picture like a Michael Jackson impersonator, and his lawyer looking like Doc Brown and shit. Like yeah, picture that shit. It's like that's what happened. They
Funny,
should have had Rico and Christopher Lloyd. That would have been hilarious.
funny.
But she went right into these fucking freak offs, like details, peeing in her mouth and all of that. Is it's just was
It was just too much because like when I saw some of the stuff when she said that she had sores in her mouth and on her tongue from performing so much oral sex, I was like, oh my
and these
gosh. I'm
freak
like,
offs really happen because
it's
we'll
just
never
like,
see it or who knows, like unless there's a leak in the system. But they said they actually showed still photos to the jurors. So like the
mm,
jurors, they saw that shit is like the what Cassie was describing is like yeah, they actually were passing like showing stills like yeah, like which is why you don't have cameras in the courtroom. They don't want that
right.
footage getting out. Is like, but they actually showed stills like yeah to the jury of like these acts going on and all of that. And Diddy is aged in fucking dog years, like since he's
Well,
been
you don't have your privilege anymore.
because he's been in since October. It's been a while since he's been in, like 6 months at least. Like he's been in there for a while and shit.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the pressure. You can't get your
He
massages. You can't get your
didn't age
facials.
6 years in like
You
6 months.
can't get your dye, your Beijing in there. You can't get your whatever. Like you're not having a chef cook you
Yes,
exquisite meals,
you eat meatloaf and hamburger helper,
and grilled cheese sandwiches.
ravioli and shit. That prison food,
Hmm.
prison jello and shit you eat.
Hmm.
But yeah. And she talked about she took ecstasy, cocaine, and
Hmm.
alcohol during the freak offs. That's what she said during her testimony to get through. So she said she was high during most of them and shit. Before we get into before we go further, let's just she said, oh yeah, she was 22 years old when she started her first freak off, she said too.
So
Um
barely legal, because 21, you're technically legal at 21, so she was barely legal, 22.
um before we break it down like totally, do you how do you see do you think conviction or acquittal? What do you think is gonna happen?
Just with what the information we have, um, it's not enough for an acquittal for what they're charging him for. I mean, not for enough for a charge, for a conviction. That's what I meant to say. For what they're trying to charge him for, because they're charging for what racketeering and
Sex trafficking.
sex trafficking and what else?
It's about five charges. Oh no, he
Yeah,
got
they're charging him for that.
yeah.
So
Kidnapping, I think is one of them. Is like it's about
yeah,
five different
they're
charges.
charging him for that. So like, yeah, is Diddy a piece of shit? Yeah, he is.
Here's the thing: is like
Is he a domestic abuser? Because like we saw the video of him beating her ass. We
yeah.
saw that.
But here's the thing: when people that are getting emotional about this trial is like Diddy's not on trial for beating Cassie's ass.
Exactly.
Diddy's not on trial for being a weird, freaky ass,
Yeah, he's a piece
a
of
sick
shit. Yeah.
weirdo and shit. He's not on trial for any of that. It's sex trafficking. Like, is this evidence? Does it? Yeah.
Right. I was like, we need a smoking gun for sex trafficking. Like I said, I don't
I
know if
say
they
if
have
I'm on that
enough.
jury, like I said, and you know me, like I always thought Diddy was like whack, like right from me. When everybody was like Harlem shaking and all of that shit, I thought that nigga was
He was
lame.
like, he's the goof. You always
Yeah,
said that. He's a
shady
goof.
and shit. Yeah, his music is kind of whack and shit. It's like maybe like Benjamin's I like, but like most of his music was corny and shit to me. People was rocking to that some that like that. Ain't nobody take my stride. Can't nobody hold me. Like that shit was corny. Like that shit out of here. Around the world and yeah. Like this music was garbage, man. Yeah.
Wait.
It's like yeah, like I liked Benjamin's, but about other than that, and really because Lil Kim and Biggie bodied that, but like yeah, it's like yeah, and
Can't
the
stand
locks, it's like yeah, hey, so it's not even because of him why Benjamin's was hot. It's like yeah, but yeah, he was always kind of whack his music and shit, and just a shady ass nigga and shit. Yeah, overall, it's like yeah. like a shady businessman. Is like, yeah, just everybody like who worked with him felt
Mace,
like
like how he
somebody
kept his
said, yeah,
royalties from him,
yeah.
and
Mace, the Locks, Craig Mack, like everybody said, yeah, that nigga's shady. Every one of them had the same story. They can't all be lying and shit. Yeah. But that being said, if I'm on that jury and looking at these charges, I would acquit him, me personally, just because I haven't seen like in the trial just started. Was like 3, 4 days in. It's like it's still
yeah.
early. Like the prosecution could have some surprise evidence that we haven't seen
That's
yet.
why I was like, they need
Based on
to.
what I've seen, like gotta acquit.
I was saying they need to definitely pivot because I get that they're trying to establish like I think that why they put Cassie up there first is because like I said, she's like 8 months pregnant, so she is very pregnant for one.
And the
Um,
video, like everybody
for
knows,
two,
everybody saw the video.
yeah, for two,
Yeah.
I think that they're really trying to establish his character now to show like he's a piece of shit. So like him doing these freak offs and basically coercing her because what people fail to mention, they keep on saying she could have left, she knew it. People keep on doing that. It's like, stop the cap. She was 19 when she met him. He was like 37, she was like 19. He was a grown ass man, and clearly he, as we call it now, that's called grooming. When you meet a young lady, a very young, like I said, yeah, technically you are grown, but if you're wide-eyed, naive, you've never lived on your own, you've always been with your parents, and you're dating a guy who's a billionaire or close
Let's
to
be
billionaire
honest.
status.
Let's be honest. This chick was only around before these freak offs and shit. Yeah. Because now we can be honest. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. Like, Cassie has no talent and shit. Yeah. Like me and you, that chick is terrible. Like, yeah, yeah, like, yeah. She like, can we be honest about that? The only reason she was around is because for
I
these
said
freak
from the
offs.
beginning that I was like, she doesn't have a great sound, but because
I used to make fun of that song
I'm
back.
like, she's a cute girl, so that was a
One
draw.
of my
She was a
guys
cute
got mad
girl.
at me. I guess he was like simping for Cassie or whatever. Yeah, like yeah, yeah, yeah. But look at where she at and where you at. It's like yeah, yeah. Look at what she had getting pissed in her mouth and shit. Yeah, nigga. Shit. So I won. Fuck out of here, nigga. I'm not gonna say who it is, but somebody we was known in Chicago and shit. Yeah, was simping for Cassie because I said that song was whack and shit.
I say that she was a cute girl, and it's like okay, because a lot of girls are like that. Like, well, I'm not saying they don't do it with guys, but like a lot of girls, it's like okay, you can carry it to maybe this much. We can fix you in the studio,
Even
give
with the auto
you,
tune, she still sounded terrible. That's how you
yeah,
know
we can
that's no
fix you in the
talent.
studio.
If you still sound bad after auto tune, you cannot sing. And she
And if
sounded
you
bad after auto tune.
and if you know how to do a little dance move, you can do a little dance move, and you're cute, then it's like okay, you can have a song or two. That's what I felt like. I felt like she was, okay. She's a cute girl, and that's why she's there. Like I said, obviously we didn't know about the freak offs. Now we know about the freak offs, and I'm like, oh, so she was just more than being there for just
That's
being
why she was there for that shit.
a
Yeah.
cute girl. But yeah, he definitely
And he's
took
a
advantage
weird
of the
ass nigga. He got
situation.
off on that. I don't know what guy gets off on like watching other men bang their chick while you stand in the corner jerking off. Like and like the nastiest shit, like we gonna talk about, yeah, when the guys ejaculated in her, like they would take like the ejaculate and rub it on. She would take it and rub it on Diddy's nipples. Other
And I
men.
read, I was like, that can't be real. I was like, I hope that that's
That I,
sensationalized.
I totally believe that
I was
shit.
like, that can't be real.
I
That
don't
can't
think
be
Cassie
real.
made that up. It's like
No, but I'm just saying, I'm like, I'm hoping that people misheard the quote. I'm hoping that that was misquoted because, like I said, obviously we're not in the courtroom. We can't be in
yeah,
the
maybe
courtroom.
maybe the stenographer fucked up. Who knows?
I'm hoping that the stenographer made some mistakes because I'm like, when I read that, I was like, what type of shit is that? It's like,
That shit is gay, man. I don't care what you
like
say.
it's a lot of people who have different fetishes and different
That's a different type of nasty, though.
role playing. Some people have different fantasies, but
It's a whole nother level of
I
nasty.
don't think that I would not guess that to be anyone's fantasy. That just seems kind of out there. It just seems really, really out there.
P. Diddy's.
But with that all being said, with the evidence that been presented thus far is that he's a weird ass freaky dude who did use his power to control her, but that's not what he's on trial for. So my
Yeah,
guess is
look at the
maybe
charges. The charges are like, yeah,
racketeering,
racketeering, sex
sex
trafficking,
trafficking.
kidnapping is like that's the charges. I
Yeah.
haven't seen any evidence of any of that. Like,
So what I'm guessing, like I
not
said,
be
my
not
my
beyond a reasonable doubt. It's like I haven't seen any of that.
my
Unless you
guess,
got, like I said, there's other witnesses, unless like more evidence comes out about one of the non-Cassie witnesses. Like, but so far, I'd acquit him if this is the evidence that you're gonna present more of this. Like, if other witnesses give like similar statements, I'd have to acquit him.
mhm.
Yeah, he's a weird ass nigga and shit who like probably deserves to like be locked up, but based on the charges, like yeah, you gotta acquit Johnny Cochran.
Yeah,
That's quit.
my guess is like I said, she was very pregnant and they wanted to establish that foundation. So maybe they do have the surprise witness that is gonna have the smoking gun because like we
Has
said,
like the racketeering and the kidnapping and
the
who
fact that
knows?
he recorded these freak offs, it's like like if you are a weird ass dude, why are you recording stuff? Why are you leaving papers for it? Like why are you leave like
Yeah.
but like why though? If you
And
don't want
like
to
and
get
fact
found
that
out, why are you?
and you know that and let's be we know Cassie snitched this like we know that she because like she told the feds exactly okay is a safe behind his bed up under on the
Mhm.
left they told exactly because they knew exactly where to find these videos yeah.
The combination is so and so.
She like it's his mother's birthday. It's like it's his
Yeah.
combination. She like like she because like when they raided his house, that was Cassie. Like somebody snitched this. Like, for them to know exactly where to find these videos at. Like she told like the videos are here because he would threaten her with the video like if you tell anybody
I'm gonna
yeah
show
I'm a
them.
leak yeah I'm gonna
Which
ruin
is
you I'm gonna leak these yeah
which is revenge porn. That
yeah.
is. That's revenge porn when you do that. The
They,
people
they,
that I
they said
do
they will find
still,
guys on Craigslist is where they will find the guys. It's like
yeah,
that's wild. It's like like one of those escorts not knowing that you was a freak.
you show up,
You
yeah,
just show up and Diddy and Cassie in there and shit. That's
yeah, go ahead.
that shit has to be wild and shit for the
Oh,
escorts.
I do feel for because like I said, like
Alex Fine is that what you gonna say?
with him, like to a lesser extent, but I feel for Diddy's daughters especially.
Yeah, they were in the courtroom and had to hear all that
Yeah,
shit.
I feel for his daughters because his daughters are, and I'm gonna keep it real, they're like the same age that Cassie was when he met Cassie.
Yeah.
His daughters are now that age.
Hmm.
So let's keep it real. So when people say, "Oh, so we've seen Diddy's daughters grow up over the years, and like a lot of people have grown to, like, oh, I remember they were cute little, they were babies, and now they're growing to beautiful young women. A lot of people feel fondly for his daughters. So think about like this: if some 40-year-old man was doing that with you, like you gotta put it in perspective where you can, because when you try to just look at, oh, she's grown, but when you put it in your own reality, it's like, oh no, that ain't.
Hmm.
How is it different then? Because his daughters are like the same age that Cassie was back then.
Hmm.
She is. Because his daughter, well, they are, because his daughters are what, 18, 19?
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
Cassie was like 22 when
19.
freak
Yeah, she
off
was
the
19
first
when he
freak off
first met her.
happened. So
So,
yeah, so it's around the same age.
yeah, so his daughters are like that age group. So watching his like that his daughters had to be in the courtroom with like I really, really feel for them because
I
no
get
matter
they want to be there to support him, but
yeah, but
I probably would have told him like just step outside for till after
no
this
ma
Cassie testimony. Yeah,
yeah,
let's step out
no
of
matter what, like I say, especially depending on the brother, like as a daughter, your first love is your father because you're a daddy's girl. Most daughters are daddy's girls.
yeah.
And your dad, you put him to a high regard. Like most, like if you have a good relationship with your father, you're going to put him at a high standard. You're going to put this, oh, you don't say your dad's perfect, but you're like, he's near perfect in your mind. But then seeing and hearing all this stuff is, oh my gosh, like I can't imagine like what they're going to, and because they're so young, because like they're like 18, 19, so they're very young and impressionable. And, like in their minds, like daddy, that was always Diddy. He's not Diddy, he's daddy for us. But
Yeah.
listening to,
And some of this testimony has
yeah,
didn't do the prosecution any favors too. Like said that back in 2018 is when she just called it off. And then she said Diddy raped her again after that, while she was already with Alex Fine, like the other
Yeah.
her now husband. But she testified that she hooked up with him one more time after the alleged rape. So like, and there's a why would you go back after you raped when you already found like your new guy and all that?
Yeah,
And she,
because when I saw it, they said that she was FaceTiming
yeah,
Alex when she was having sex in the middle of having sex with Diddy. I was like,
yeah. This can't be good for her fucking marriage. Like, I don't know what's going through that dude's head.
yeah, because that kind of made me go puzzling. But the statement I saw from Alex Fine that he gave, he basically said that, he was like, Cassie, like, I didn't rescue Cassie. Cassie saved Cassie. Because a lot of people say, like, you saved her from. He's like, Cassie finally took her stand and decided that, she, like, I wasn't a captain save him. I'm here and I'm being a supportive partner for her, but she rescued herself is a big thing that he's like resting on. And then the last thing that he stated was that pretty much like he was like, we're not going to be giving any more statements. This was like, this is my one and done statement. We won't be saying anything else about the situation. Please respect our privacy. Because he did specifically said that, like, I'm not going to be
No,
addressing this.
they've
And
been asking. They've been blowing his shit up. They've been
we're
asking.
not addressing it. Like he said what he had to say, and he's like, and that's it. I'm not saying no more. But
Mm.
just looking at the ways and because like I'm not sure to how at length he knew about what went on these people because he had to have known something because he was Diddy's
Yeah,
trainer.
he knew
Like
about the freak offs, but I don't know if he knew like details
I
of.
don't know how in depth
Yeah,
that
I don't
he
know if she
knew
was getting
like
niggas peeing in her mouth. I don't know if she knew that. Yeah,
yeah, and there sores in her mouth, and just like I mean, I like he could know, like, how people like they know of things, but it's like unless you actually witness something, he's like, well, I know of so and so. I've heard this, I've heard that, because you could say, I've heard, but until somebody comes and says no and like actually has documented, but it's actually still photos that they show the jury
Hmm.
of these said free calls. And
The
I'm not
word
sure as to what in depth that he knew about
and
how far it went with her because as a wife, I can't imagine like telling, your husband that, oh yeah, like I got gang banged, and I can't imagine, you telling your husband that.
And word has it is which is just like rumor right now, but is out there, so we're gonna talk about it. The
Mm.
reason why a big part of why Diddy like is into these freak offs and like it's because the word on the street is that Diddy got a small penis. That's so he can't satisfy his women. So that's why he hires other men to do this, which would make a lot of sense. Cause it's like no matter how much money in the world, all the money in the world can't fix that problem. It's like it don't matter, billionaire, trillionaire. Like if you got a small PP and you can't satisfy your woman, no amount of money in the world can fix that
Did he
problem.
make a phone call satisfy you with R. Kelly? Did he make us?
Yeah. Which the less said about that song, the better.
You got Diddy.
Maybe he hired R. Kelly to satisfy his woman. I don't know.
Well, the P is there, so I mean,
Yeah, that's where he learned.
sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to, make
Yeah,
light of the situation.
I'm a borrow that. Yeah,
I'm not
take.
trying to make light of it, but they're both creeps.
Yeah,
They are. They're both really creepy. But I did see that rumor because a girl said that it was another woman that came out that said that Diddy raped her and that he had a Tootsie Roll sized
yeah.
penis.
Tootsie Roll is a
And
rumor.
I was like,
Like that would make a lot of sense. It's like why he
Tootsie
hires
Roll is
men
like
because like
this.
what guy would hire men to satisfy his
A
woman?
Tootsie Roll is like this big. I'm like,
And maybe that's why he killed Kim Porter. Maybe she wanted she was putting her book out. Maybe that was mentioned in the book. I don't know.
we need Jennifer Lopez to
I
tap
said,
in.
I just said killed. Maybe that's why he
Right.
allegedly killed. Let me change that. Yeah, why I just that's why he allegedly killed Kim Porter. Because like maybe
A
she
lot
wrote
of people
that.
are saying,
Maybe she
hey,
wrote about the Tootsie Roll in the book, and like yeah, he didn't want that out there.
we need Jennifer Lopez to tap in. Did he
Ah,
have
yes. Ah, hell yeah.
did he
Jane.
have a Tootsie
Talk,
Roll size fade
talk
as you
about
would
that
do?
Tootsie Roll. Yeah, Jenny's been real quiet during all of this bullshit. Ain't heard a peep from her ass and shit.
She's going through her own thing. She just goes through her divorce. So, she has
But
her
even
own.
still, Lo, yeah. What's the last thing you saw Jennifer Lopez in? I don't remember.
She had that movie that she did that was supposed to be like the greatest love story untold. It's her and Ben Affleck's love story, and it flopped. She did that movie.
Any
Remember?
movie she does with Ben Affleck is gonna flop. Let's just assume that. She
Geely.
started with Gigi and shit. So if they do a movie together, it's gonna suck. We just gotta assume that. Yeah. um, but yeah, the cross examination, like once, yeah, Diddy's team, defense team went to work on Cassie. Yeah, they went to work on her because they had their text messages, like Chris Hansen style. Like we got the chat messages. They had the text messages, like from 2009. Yeah, it's like Cassie, like yeah, I'm always ready to freak off. Yeah, like, and she said that in her testimony, she said like during the first freak off that it disgusted her and made her feel dirty. But like, well, we got text messages saying that you're into this shit. What's another one? Is they said they told, yeah, I feel like I want to, but yeah, I'm so horny I can't concentrate. Yeah. As where's the one? Yeah, I can't wait for you to dick tease my pussy right now, raw. Like that's the one. Yeah. It's like that's one of the texts she sent to him from Cassie's like phone to Diddy. Yeah. So yeah, they went to work with all of that. Like they had said we got our evidence too. So yeah, it's just this whole thing is
It's more than what I wanted to know about Diddy. If you want to be a freaky ass person, freaky ass, he's a 69 guy, freaky ass.
yeah.
If you want to be that, then
Now that we know what we know, like the hotel video was probably during a freak off. He was in a towel.
Mhm.
And Cassie did testify that some of the freak offs occurred in hotels. She said not
Yeah,
just at his home. She said like, yeah, some of them were in hotels. So like that was probably a freak off that she just
I
escaped
didn't
from.
watch the
Yeah.
extended version of it because they said it was like a 15-minute long video of that, of the whole incident. I was like, I don't want to see any more of that. 'Cause they said, I guess it was more of him beating her up.
All I saw was just the CNN version. I haven't
Yeah,
seen.
but they said it's a longer version of that they released to show.
Yeah, they probably showed that to the jury too. I think like or they,
Mhm.
I don't know if they got it kicked out. I know like they had a longer version of that video if they wanted to show the jury. I know,
Mhm.
I do know that. But Michael B. Jordan, his name was attached to this shit somehow.
Wait, what? Why?
Because that's one of the guy when Cassie he I guess during when all of this was going on, like one of the guys that she was dating while this Diddy stuff was going on. And like but Diddy threatened us like yeah like break up with him while I release the tapes like that like yeah like because she tried to escape a couple of times like during the testimony. Like Michael B. Jordan was one of the guys. Kid Cudi was famously one of the guys.
Yeah, his car got blown up.
Yeah, which they saying Diddy is responsible allegedly.
I mean, it's not,
Yeah,
it doesn't take a rocket scientist
almost
to,
like that Kid Cudi and Michael B. Jordan, two names that were attached to this as
Yeah, I
well.
didn't know about the Michael B. Jordan
Yeah,
stuff.
that in the last cross examination, the defense brought up Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, during that.
Well, that's typically a sign of an abuser. It's like I can do whatever I want to do, but the second that you try to leave me, then,
Mm.
you know, that's
Um,
textbook abuse. It
like I
is.
said, that all said, so far, like I said, unless like it's still early in this trial, there's more evidence, more witnesses. There's a lot more we haven't seen or heard yet. So like, but based on the Cassie Ventura testimony, I would have to acquit. As much as I don't like Diddy and think he's a shady ass Negro, like I would have to acquit just based on this.
And
That's
that's the thing that people don't understand
juries.
about law.
Yeah.
It's not about a feeling. It's not about I feel like you're
Yeah.
this. I
Look at the
feel
evidence. Yeah. And like, does the evidence, yeah, support?
beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
It has to.
If it's even a little bit of doubt, you got to acquit.
Mhm.
Just a little bit of doubt, you have to acquit. You can't
Like
just,
obviously it's great if you have a smoking gun, but everybody doesn't have a smoking gun. Everybody doesn't have that.
like, if Diddy was on trial for like beating Casty, you have a smoking gun in the video. Yeah.
Mhm.
Guilty, easy on that one. That's easy there, but he's not on trial for that. Yeah. If like being a weird, freaky weirdo was like a crime, it's like, yeah, guilty and shit. Yeah. It's like, but so the charges that is the sex trafficking and racketeering, like I don't see the evidence of that. Yeah. So you gotta quit. And that shows you how important, like how people always like will brag about getting out of jury duty, but like, yeah, it's this people like it's, but then like, yeah, and then you complain about the not liking a jury's decision, like, yeah, you shouldn't have lied to get out of jury duty.
Now, you'll take that a little bit more seriously.
Yeah. Like I laugh at that when especially like when it's like somebody that's an all white jury and there's like a black defendant and all of that. It's like it's some bullshit. It's like, didn't you just lie to get out of jury duty? Like, you could have been on that jury, you know that, right? You
I
could have
believe
been the
it.
black juror out there. You can't like not want to do jury duty and then get mad when the juries are all white. It's like
Hmm.
it makes sense. It's like
Exactly.
yeah. Well, let's get away from that bullshit. I talked enough about Diddy. Let's NBA playoff update. We have the Eastern Conference is set. The Eastern Conference Finals. We taking it back to the 90s, baby. Knicks Pacers. Knicks Pacers. But this time you got Brunson versus Halliburton, not John Starks and Reggie Miller. This
Not Reggie Miller versus the entire New York Knicks, because it was just Reggie versus the Knicks by himself.
which which I just watched the 30 for 30 Reggie Miller
I
versus
gotta watch it.
like but I said that I said if New York eliminates Boston, I'm rewatching that. Yeah, and I watched it the same night they eliminated them. I watched I pulled up on Netflix and watched
If
it
you
that
remember
same.
this, and when Reggie grabbed his,
They showed all of
and
that.
then Tanya leased in like this,
Yeah, Mike was in down.
because Spike was like, and then his wife was just like,
Yeah,
or
Spike.
his wife's, because that was like out of pocket. It's like
Mike
usually
talked
I get
about
nuts in
that in
front
the
of my wife,
30
but
for
that's out
30.
of
He
pocket.
was like, yeah, like I didn't mind it choking, but you don't grab your nuts in front of my wife. He talked about that.
Because as a man, put yourself, if somebody did that to your wife, like, wouldn't you want to go throw bowls? You would go there, throw bowls. Yeah,
That's one of those
that was out of pocket.
that's the game when Reggie Miller pretty much became the Reggie Miller that we that's the game like because like the Garden was just relentless on him because the Pacers were getting their ass kicked like and Reggie just like I think he scored like 25 in the fourth quarter or something like he just went nuts and every time he like shut up back he just gave Spike Lee a stare like every time he looked in his direction and finally like the last one was that's
That
the
was all Cheryl. Like, that was just Cheryl. Like,
yeah.
he went into his Cheryl mind because Cheryl was a beast. His sister was a
Yeah.
beast. So,
And the crowd was chanting Cheryl,
yeah, they should
Cheryl.
not have done that.
That
They
just
should not have
fired
done
him up even more. It's like-
But his whole life he lived in her shadow because Cheryl was that good. She was just that
he
good.
talked about he had his highlight games. Like, yeah, let's drop 40. It's like shows like, oh, what you do? Oh,
I dropped 100.
105. Yeah.
She just casually said, "I dropped 100."
Brian, but yeah, I did 40. It's like, okay, that's what's up. Yeah.
That's
Like,
nice.
how'd you do, Cheryl? I dropped 105.
Just casually. That's what I think about the episode when she was on Living Single with Khadijah.
That was around the same time. It was the 90s. Like, yeah, so when all of this was going on.
And they look so much alike. Like Reggie really looks like his sister with a shaved head, and Cheryl looks like Reggie with a wig on. They really look like the same person. They really
First, they
do.
showed the 8 points and yeah that he scored in like what
19 seconds, yeah.
that showed that like the back-to-back three because they were down by like eight and they're like it was down by six yeah like with 18 and they were like and the GM he had just given up he said he's like went like in his little private room like in the suite he's like ah fuck this game he went, and then like one of the people hey Reggie just tied the game he was like fuck out stop fucking with me like no he tied the game Then said when he looked back afterwards and saw the video, like how it happened, where he hits the three and then like gets the steal and then
It's a steal, and then
that makes the to step back behind the line.
for Reggie,
Second,
one thing about Reggie, Reggie didn't hit long twos. He didn't hit long twos. He hit threes.
like if Reggie
Because he was
missed,
always conscious of where that line was. You gotta know where the line is. Like he always would take that glance down and step behind the line. Reggie didn't do long twos. He did threes.
and then he hit
Yep.
the game winning free throws after that. So Reggie, he still the 8 points. They were down by 6 with like under 20. Like you said, it's like most teams are like that's a 2 possession game. It's like most, but
And
Reggie,
it's less than a shot clock because the
yeah,
shot clock is only 24
yeah.
seconds. So
Yeah,
it's,
so you
yeah.
got to play the foul game. Reggie was like, well, let me just get the quick three off first. It's like this, so cut it in half at least. But the steal is like that's what nobody saw that come. And
Mhm.
Greg Anthony fucked up. He like tripped. Reggie probably shoved him too, like he did with Michael. It was a little shove in
It
there,
was a
like
push off.
a
It
little
was a
shove.
push. You shoved Jordan.
It was a little,
Go.
it was a little love tap he gave to Greg Anthony in that game too. It's like he acted like he did, but like he made this much contact. He
Yeah.
got a little love tap, and then Greg Anthony went down. Reggie gets the ball, steps back, boom, ties the game. It's like all that happened in like 5 seconds, something like that.
That's
Oh,
why we say the game is not over until you see triple zeros. You gotta see all zeros on that
exactly.
clock.
Yeah.
If you don't see all zeros, then it's always a chance. 0.6 seconds, you can still get a shot off.
Mm, wow.
0.4 seconds, you can get a lob.
Yeah, that can happen. Yeah.
That's a lob. 0.4 is a lob.
People have scored in that minuscule amount of time. Yeah, you just get it up there. Like it's like yeah,
Aaron Gordon when they won the game when Jokic tried to go for the three, but then it airballed and then he was right there and he just dunked it through. And when he dunked it through, you could see the ball going through at zero. It was out of his hands, like this was his hands, this was the ball, and it was going through the net like that at zero. So he just got it out of his hand, just in
just.
that split second he got it out.
But I'm excited. Knicks Pacers.
Yeah, it feels like the 90s. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, this
as
is
soon as I
it.
saw it, that's what I was rooting for. Like, sorry, Celtics fans, but yeah, you take your ass on. Like, get well, still Tatum as well too. It's like yeah,
Yeah, get Will Tatum. Yeah, I hate to see those
torn
type of
Achilles.
injuries.
Yeah, and I like Tatum. I
Yeah.
still don't like the Celtics, but I rock with Tatum. No,
Yeah, we
yeah,
like Tatum. Ariana has his shoes, so we like Tatum.
Tatum. Yeah.
She has a
I like
Jason.
them from the day they drafted him. I rocks with Jason.
Yeah.
Fuck the Celtics. Yeah, y'all take your ass. Go fishing and shit. Yeah. And like I said, Boston, y'all don't know the real struggle. Yeah, all your teams have been good when in recent years. Is like won titles within the last decade or so. Like yeah, you don't know struggle. Like Bulls ain't won a title in 25 years. Bears ain't won in 40 years. Like y'all don't know stuff. Cubs went like once 100 years. Like with, y'all don't know real
White
struggle.
Sox is now 20 years now.
Years White Sox is like that's y'all don't know struggle. It's like y'all been too good lately on all of your teams. Whether it's the Red
Blackhawks over
Sox,
a decade now.
Blackhawks is getting there. It's probably about a decade. I
Yeah,
think
over a decade.
the
Yeah.
15 has been around a decade. I think
Yeah. I want to say like 13, 14 they won, somewhere around there.
they won three during that time.
Yeah.
15 might have been the last one. I
Hmm.
forget. Like, but they did win three cups. Like never back to back, but they got three like during that stretch.
Yeah.
We'll say it was like 10, 13, and 15, something like that. It's like,
Hmm.
yeah, they won like three cups like within a short span. It's like,
Hmm.
but it's been about at least a decade, like you said, since that last
And
reach.
then we won't know what we don't have the results yet from OKC and Denver.
Yeah, with
Which could
the
go,
Western Conference is not said yet. The
it can go either
seven,
way.
game seven,
It can go either way.
that's gonna be a barn burner. That one. I
Hmm.
said the Knicks had to close in six,
They
and
had to.
they
They
went
had
seven
to.
in Boston. I said, ain't no way. It's like
Ain't no way.
they
And
would
then
have.
especially when they were saying like, well, Tatum is that don't mean shit that Tatum's out.
Boston's deep, man.
That don't mean shit.
Next man up. They deep.
That
Yeah.
don't mean shit. Well, Tatum's out. That don't mean shit. They need to close. And boy, did they close on them. They came out and they like when I was looking, I had to stop watching the game after because I was hoping it would be more, you know. And
Yeah.
then I was like, they were down by like 30. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna go and
Knicks were
start
ready. They
cleaning
said
up.
we not. It said They said we're not leaving this to chance at all. Like
You know,
we
at closeout game, I don't want to see the other team lose by 30 or 40. I don't want to see that. I want to see some competitiveness. I want to see, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna go wash dishes and
They
clean
said
up.
we not chance at all. They said we will shut this shit down. And
Yeah, I went and cleaned up.
so this is the first time the Knicks have been in a conference finals. It got to be 25 years. It got to be.
They did. They said that. They said this is the first time in 25 years. They said that
2000,
the
yeah.
other day. And I was
And
like, ooh,
ironically, the last team that beat them
ooh.
25 years ago was the Pacers. Knicks, it's full circle moment. Yeah, that was Knicks Pacers because that was like when Indiana played the Lakers in the finals that year, 2000.
Mhm.
So like, yeah, the Knicks Pacers was the last time the Knicks were in the Eastern Conference Finals was against the Pacers.
So when they said it's been 25 years and I was like,
Yeah,
I started counting. I was like, wait
because
a
the Knicks
minute.
was historically bad in the 2000s, so I know it went. And then like they got Carmelo in the 20 teens and had some
Mhm.
success, but never got out of the second round. It's like, yeah,
Forgot about Jeremy Lin.
that was during that Carmelo
No,
era.
I wasn't say Jeremy Lin Sandy because they were going wild for Lin Sandy for a minute.
It was still Melo. Even
I
though
know, but I just wasn't
Jeremy
hopeful
Lin
at
had like
that.
maybe like a 10-game stretch with
Because
like
they really tried to make Jeremy Lin be I'm like, it's clear this is
you forget
Melo.
how short that was. It was like 10 games or
It was
something.
like
It's
10 games,
longer,
yeah.
but like Linsanity was about 10 games because he got hurt, remember? Yeah.
Because they tried to make it be like he was the next thing up, and it's
Yeah.
like, no,
But
it's
Lin got
Melo.
hurt and then like in the off season, like he left, like Houston signed him. So like, yeah.
Mhm.
It was about a 10-game stretch. So
Yeah.
Linsanity, it wasn't that long. People forget. Yeah. But what a 10 games it was. It's like
Yeah.
it's like But yeah, all of that happened. Like the Knicks never got to the conference finals during any of that. Like they were, like say, historically bad in the 2000s. Like yeah, it's when they had like Stephon Marbury, a Chinese legend. Now yeah, then and Eddie Curry, like that Knicks team. It's like an
Yikes.
old Penny Hardaway was there. It's like
My old Petty Hardaway.
old T Mac. They had like everybody when they're old. Like with that, like T Mac was old. He was there. Penny was old there. It's like that. I
Because
think Steve
Prime Penny and
Francis
Prime
was.
T-Mac, yeah, okay, Prime them, yeah,
Yeah.
Prime. They was
Yeah,
some
but they were
beasts.
like super. They were both washed by the
They
time
were
they
both
got to the
washed,
Knicks.
yeah.
It's
They were
like,
washed.
so like
I
the
forgot about the Penny Hardaway when he was there. I forgot. I totally blocked that
that
out.
was
That
during the
totally.
Marbury era.
Yeah, I
Like
blocked that out totally.
yeah, that was yeah. It was like Orlando. Shaq and Penny was a long time ago by then. It's like
Yeah.
Shaq was winning titles in the Lakers by then, and the Knicks got old Penny Hardaway. That's what it was.
So Minnesota's just patiently waiting, like, okay, who we got?
Yeah, because Minnesota knocked out the other team. Thank God. I didn't want the Golden State Warriors, the other fan base I don't like. It's like
I
Boston.
like Steph though. I like Steph.
Did not want a Boston and fucking Golden State, and
Yeah, yeah,
could
well,
not have handled that. I wouldn't have watched. I couldn't handle it. It's like both. Yeah, they fans are both way too annoying. It's like even though
so
y'all
now
Knicks
it's
fans are funny, but yeah, I give y'all some grace because it's been 25 years. It's like so I give y'all some grace. Y'all can talk your shit because y'all sucked for so long. So go ahead, talk your shit. I don't
like
mind.
when I said about when the Knicks played the Pistons, I was like, I don't really favor each team. I said, but I
Knicks
was like,
all
at
day,
least
baby.
I said at least the Knicks got Spike Lee, and I rock. I can rock with New York. I said I would never root for the Pistons, never.
Because the Pistons gave us fits was the
Oh,
Bulls.
I don't forget. Like people say, that was no. I still hold that grudge
Nick,
against the Pistons, against the Bad Boys. I still
yeah,
hold that
Knicks
grudge.
is like yeah, they Knicks were like little brothers. Like yeah, they
I
like
hold that grudge still. Nope.
bad boys gave Jordan fits. It's like yeah.
Yeah.
Bulls usually beat the Knicks. It's like the
Yeah.
Knicks thought they were better than they were, but like Jordan was like, hey,
Yeah. Jordan was like, watch this.
good job. Yeah.
Watch it.
Only time the Knicks beat the Bulls was the year when Michael was playing baseball, ironically. And that's the year when Pippen had that
But
dunk on.
Scotty dunked on you. I'm about to say, didn't Scotty dunk on you, though?
Yeah, that was the series. Yeah. He got the
And he
epic
pushed him.
dunk. Pete Myers, he left him had his hand up. Scotty just
Pushed him in there. Ewan was pissed. He was like,
got pit. He
he was
jumped
so
up. Yeah.
mad.
He just
He was so
he
mad.
got Scotty got in Spike Lee's face, who was courtside at the stadium. It's like
Mike Lee is about my height. He don't jump up in Sky. He's like, sit your little ass down. Because what he said, sit your little. Because Spike is about my height.
but I'm ready for Knicks Pacers Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready for that.
They showed like when Spike went to Indiana, like and he compared it to a I don't know what it's like going to a Klan rally, but that was pretty close though.
Because it's just certain, like, respectfully, it's certain colors or teams that you cannot wear in certain arenas. Like I said, I was at that Bulls tournament game when the person that was like a couple rows in front of me, they had on some Green Bay Packers gear. You
I know
can't wear Green Bay Packers gear in the United
I
States.
know a lot of Packers fans though.
But you can't wear in the
Shout out,
United States. You
shout out,
can't do that.
shout out Mike Love. Yeah, I know a lot of
You
Packers.
can't wear in the United States. I'm not saying you can't be a fan, but don't bring that shit in the United States.
Right.
Because Betty gave it to him.
Yeah, I don't think
Betty did.
Mike Love would have wore his Aaron Rodgers jersey to the
Yeah, you can't wear that in the United States. You can't. You can't. You going to get it. Like you going to get the because when I saw it, I was like, he got all Packers shit. In the United States, like, okay. We'll see what happens.
But yeah, Golden State lost in six. Yeah, so they're gone
Yeah.
fishing too. That's
They
another.
lost in five.
Was it five or six? Yeah, it was five.
They
Yeah,
lost in five because I
right.
was
Yeah,
hoping.
3-1. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
they lost in five. I
they
was
lost
like,
because people were saying, well, they're gonna come back from 3-1, and then Ant-Man he said, no, and they got blown out too. It was like he said, no, we ending this right now.
I thought that Steph was going to come back for five when they went down 3-1. I was like,
Yeah,
Steph might
we
try to
talked
come
about
back,
that
but
last week. I said because they said Steph's gonna be out. I said probably the rest of the series. I said maybe game five. I was like, only way he comes back is if they go down 3-1, which they did, and he still didn't
and
come
he
back. Yeah.
didn't.
So that shows you the injury was more serious than like we
Hmm.
thought it
I
was.
wonder if Steph is preparing for a retirement tour for next year.
Yeah, he's up there. Yeah, it's
He's
probably
37. He just turned 37, so
yeah. I don't know how long like
he's of a certain age now. Like we always say, when you get on that other side, 35.
yeah. I don't know how much longer Steph got, but it's the end could be near. Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's real.
Yeah. Draymond too. He's like he ain't no
Yeah,
he,
he's a
young
little long in
guys.
the tooth.
He's up there. It's like yeah, they got to know this is Jimmy Butler. They just yeah, they got a
Yeah,
lot of
they're
guys that are
older.
near the end. It's like yeah, so I don't know how much longer they
I
got.
think Draymond goes to TV because he's a character, so he goes to TV.
Yeah, but yeah, but game seven, one of those. Let's make the predictions. Yeah, Thunder, Nuggets. I'm going OKC.
I can't because it's
It's hard
funny.
to go against that Joker though, man.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm
That
like,
Joker is like it's that Joker is something to see, man. That's a sight to see there.
and
But
Aaron Gordon been kicking ass too.
Warren and
He been kicking
Jamal
ass.
Murray, they got a squad. It's like, yeah,
Nuggets.
you go, okay, yeah. Well,
I'm going. They're champions. They're proven
somebody don't
champions.
even know who won this one. By the time this airs, like,
I gotta say, they win. It's going to go down to the wire. It's going to go down to
it's
the wire.
like I said, Denver is the proven commodity as champions, but OKC won 67 games.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
68, and
68 games. I mean, yeah. So that's
and they got SGA.
yeah.
He's
Who
playing
should have won
on.
the MVP? Like,
He's
yeah,
playing on another level right now. So I can't go the Joker. It's like it's hard to go against the Joker. I can't.
Joker
It's
is
hard
like
to go against him.
a Joker.
Yeah.
Something. He really should have won three MVPs in a row. They just didn't want to did so we can't give him that. That's why I like Embiid, but like Joker probably should have won three in a row. Like hindsight, it's like he should have three-peated MVP. They said we you can't give it to him 3 years in a row. We gotta give it to somebody else. That's why Embiid
Yeah.
won that. But Joker probably should have got three in a row.
Jalen Brunson should get some votes too this year.
Brunson, yeah,
He should get some votes.
Ant-Man. It's like yeah, there's other
Yeah.
guys in the comp, but I think SG
SGA is going to get it, but I think that Brunson
Joker's
should get some
always in the
votes. Yeah,
conversation,
Joker's always in.
but SGA it should be. All right,
Yeah.
what's the name? Shenanigans. Shout out to the Shenanigans NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks, number one overall pick. Yeah.
It's no different than the Bulls getting number one in 2008.
Similar situation because Dallas barely missed the playoffs. Bulls barely missed the playoffs. It's like they want to reward him because of the Luca trade. It's like they felt bad for him.
Derrick Rose was projected to be number one,
Yeah,
and he's from Chicago,
yeah.
and Bulls get number one.
Yes, I think
Just
Cooper
saying.
Flag I think is projected to be number one in this
Just
upcoming draft.
saying.
Yeah.
We
So
were just on the receiving end. That's why we was like, oh no, it's not. It's shenanigans because we got the same thing. We got in
Similar, yeah.
2008.
Team that barely missed the playoffs got number one. It's like, yeah, where that happened at.
And Bulls got the 12th pick this year, so
Well, yeah.
so but Marcus said the draft should be better this year. He says more talent. He says better than last year. It's better talent this year. That's what he said.
This team is not they don't have a great track record of drafting, so we'll see what
He says
happens.
better talent. He says more to pick from. So I was like, well, that's encouraging, but we'll see how they
Patrick
draft.
Williams, Dalen Terry, like yeah, they don't have the strongest track record of drafting and shit. We'll see what happens though. uh, not another damn pie. Let's wrap up 413, not Hope Street. Maybe we'll call it that. I don't definitely appreciate you supporting Not Another Damn Podcast. You want to support us further, give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms, talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, your Amazon Alexa devices. Of course, you can always follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X, Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
And you can check me out, MSIMA8626 on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Also, SDR8GULAY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page and check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your blogs.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later. I'm gone.